Fox 16.
Well, it was a week to remember for high school basketball teams. The 6A state tournament is in the books, and one program may have won the weekend. North Little Rock's boys and girls make the title game as the boys look for a repeat. So let's invite in Johnny Rice, head coach for those top-ranked Charging Wildcats. Johnny, how was your weekend? I imagine pretty good.
Very good weekend. We had Friday night, Saturday night, and had played in front of big crowds, and we were successful. So I can say it was a good weekend.
No doubt. Speaking of big crowds, Little Rock Southwest High was back to the brim last night for a rivalry matchup in state final rematch, North Little Rock versus Central. The Tigers stayed in it early, but led by Razorback signee Nick Smith and Oregon signee Kel'el Ware, NLR was just too much to handle, winning 58-40 to earn a bid to Hot Springs. So the 6A finals are set. The Charging Wildcats boys face Bentonville, and the ladies will go at it with Fort Smith Northside. That's all going to go down this coming Thursday night. Johnny, you're one win away from a state title. I know you just had that feeling last year and many years prior. We're about to see the video of your team celebrating after last year's state championship over Central. What's the anticipation like where that might happen again in 4 to 5 days?
Well, you know, it's a long season, and you know, as talented as we are, and the schedule that we've played all year is, you know, those expectations are to do that right there, to be celebrating right there, and so it seems like there's been a lot of pressure on me personally, just as the head coach of a team with 2 McDonald's All-Americans on it, the guys that are actually playing in the game. So those expectations are really high, but we embrace those expectations. We've kind of built that in our 10 years that I've been the head coach. We're blessed. This will be our 7th time to play in the state championship game, and hopefully we'll bring number 6 home on Thursday night.
Yeah, North Little Rock's been a dynasty over the last decade, and you might get another state championship or with maybe the best team you've ever had, because there's been no shortage of talent this year with Nick Smith and Corey Washington moving in. But I'd imagine the challenge this year was getting those pieces to gel together, and now going unbeaten in conference play, this team is working as a well-oiled machine. What made that possible through the year, Johnny?
Well, it's like you said, it's the schedule that we played. It prepared us for this time of the year right now. I mean, we get going and playing and top teams in the country, and Memphis and Dallas and Fort Myers, Florida, and all of that. That's the reason we did it. We did it to play the best competition in the country, but also to get exposure for our kids, and I think that really helped. Kel'el and especially Corey Washington, for him to be out there in those type of atmospheres, and so that, you know, that right there, that prepared us. Like I said, we've got a pretty good little winning streak going on right now, but like I told the guys in the dressing room last night, that, you know, there wasn't a lot to celebrate. We've celebrated a lot getting to the state championship game, but there really wasn't. But I think the reason, a lot of it is like they didn't want to celebrate because they knew the ultimate goal of what we wanted to accomplish was not finished. It'll be finished Thursday night.
Absolutely. You know, Johnny, every single game when you have 2 McDonald's All-Americans, it's a given that you're going to have some pretty awesome highlights. Night in and night out, alley-oop dunks, long-distance three-pointers, you name it. It's like a SportsCenter top 10 out there whenever you play. On the bench, you're the head coach of this team. What's going on through your mind when Nick and Kel'el are connecting for insane alley-oops and all these other guys are showing out?
I said, I've been around a long time. This is my 31st year coaching basketball, and I can say that I've never been wowed as much as I have this year with those 2 guys and Corey and then with Ty and Charles, even anybody else. I mean, they have really can pull out some highlights that are unreal, and but they're elite athletes, the high Division I players, and there's a reason why they're playing in the McDonald's All-American game, because of their skill level.
Yeah, Nick Smith moving in from Sylvan Hills, what an impact that kid has had on your team. He's maybe had his best year in the high school level with you guys as a Charging Wildcat. He's had to grow, even in the non-conference play. You talked to me, you told me he still has some room to grow, learning the playbook, learning the system, getting to have that chemistry with you and other teammates. What is the Nick Smith of March 2022 like compared to the Nick Smith of November of 2021?
It took us a while to get to play together, because we didn't get to play together all summer, and we use that time sometimes as guys to mold and gel a little bit. And so, you know, we would get going till August and September, and so it's been a long road. It took a while for us to to feel that cohesiveness and play together. And like I said, I've been blessed to coach some unreal players from Deshaun Watkins to Kayvon Allen to Anton Beard, KJ Hill, Moses Moody, all those guys. There's one thing I can say about Nick Smith that kind of sets him different from even those guys is I've never had a kid as locked in to what his goal is as Nick Smith is.
Yeah.
And if you see him the last 2 to 3 weeks, he's not grinning a lot, not smiling, he's not showing a lot of emotion and celebrating things, because it's everything that we've done this year and he's wanted to accomplish is Thursday night, and so I've never had one as locked in as this guy is.
Yeah, Nick Smith has had an eventful last half year, committing to the Razorbacks, signing with the Razorbacks, being named in McDonald's All-American. And what did he say right after he was named the McDonald's All-American? He said, the job is not done. We have to win a state championship, and he's one win away from doing just that. But let's talk about Kel'el Ware, the MVP of last year's state final. I know he's going to have a huge impact on Thursday night's game against Bentonville. What have you seen in him in his senior year from shooting outside shots, unlike he used to do, and what kind of impact he's had on this all-star kind of team?
It's his maturity and his deal that he is playing hard all the time now, to where he would he'll even tell you himself he was kind of labeled as a guy that would his motor wasn't going full speed all the time. But this year, like I said, going out and playing IMG and some of the top teams in the country in the non-conference, and he I won't say he dominated, but he had really, really good numbers and really good showings, and that's what I think stretched him off to McDonald's All-American status. And when he's mobile and moving and engaged and such a presence on both ends of the floor, I mean, it puts us at a whole different level.
No doubt. And the boys make the state championship for North Little Rock, but that's not it, because the girls are going to, you have the chance to sweep in Hot Springs. The girls beat Harbor 64-51 just yesterday. Amari Williams, 6'4", Vanderbilt signee, making that possible. What does that say about the program? How much of a testament is to North Little Rock basketball?
Me and Coach Fimble have guys, other coaches tell us all the time how blessed they think we are that having the boys coach and the girls coach, that we get along. So it's like we're best friends, and we cheering each other on. We work with each other. We throw ideas back and forth off each other, and we're both involved. Smith talks with our guys, I talk with his girls, and we're upset when we lose, and we cheer when we're winning. And it's a basketball community, and we had a chance to. 2017, we both played at the same time. We both lost. 2018, we both played in the finals and we both won. So we're wanting to repeat that 2018 deal here in 2022.
I'm sure you do. And in the way of that happening for you guys is Bentonville, who beat Fayetteville in a big upset on Saturday by a score of 74-52. You got to see the game. What do you make of those Tigers, and what kind of challenge do they face?
They were in the semifinals last year, and they got almost everybody coming back, and they had projections when the rankings came out at the beginning of the year. They had us number 1 and Bentonville number 2 overall in the state, so their expectations were really high. They faced some adversity during the middle of the year. They had some injuries, some other stuff, but they're playing their best basketball right now, and man, they really played really well. And there are 3 games they played this weekend, and man, they shot it really well. They got the Miller kid inside is an unreal player, and the point guard Lee he controls everything, and he's super athletic, and so they got shooters spotted up all over the place. So it's gonna be a tough task, but we're looking forward to it.
It'll be a lot of fun to see on Thursday, to see if you guys can get a repeat. But North Little Rock, they're not the only team with boys and girls both at state. Last year, Jonesboro swept the 5A state finals, both boys and girls winning. They have the chance to do that yet again. On Saturday, the Canes beat Lake Hamilton, and the Lady Canes beat Little Rock Christian. So, Johnny, I know you're the North Little Rock coach, but when you got a powerhouse in the state like Jonesboro that's been the top-ranked team in 5A, what have you kind of seen from that squad? Have you gotten the chance to understand why they get so good in their own classification?
Oh, if they do things the right way. Coach Swift, let them know the boys, we're good friends, and we've had battles in the past, and he does as good a job as anybody in the state with his team, and they're always prepared, and they play the right way. And one thing that we try to take, that I know that for our program, I know they do there, but especially with Coach Swift, is they're going to get after you on defense. They're going to play it the right way. Defense travels. Every game you play, that you can constantly do that, and that's their MO, is they're going to get after you on defense, and that's why they've been so successful. They had great players, but with a great administration that really does it the right way, and Coach Swift does an unreal job. The same way on the girls' side too, same exact thing, and so they're right there, and they'll be in our conference next year. So it'll things that really change and ramp up, and it'll be like it was back 8, 9, 10 years ago. We were all in the conference together, and it was a big rivalry. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it will really start heating up. Jonesboro boys will play Marion on Thursday. Girls will play Greenwood, and it'll be a lot of fun to see if North Little Rock teams can come out on top. Johnny, we appreciate your time as always, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Right, best of luck in the state championships. Well, coming up, Real Deal on the Rock founder Bill Ingram is here to talk about the big recruits we saw across the state tournament and who shined the brightest.
You're
Stay here.
watching Final Score on Fox 16.